presenting the adventures of Jungle Jim. Last week, while Kolo and Lynn Chalmers were busy preparing to surprise Mambo, whom they had discovered landing his canoe near their hideout, Jungle Jim and the Reverend Chalmers managed to get out of their cave and give the long-awaited signal, a column of thick smoke. But Labat extinguished the fire and started a fight with Jungle Jim. Shanghai Lil arrived on the scene, stopped the fight, and took Jungle Jim up to the house with her. There she gave him another chance to accept her proposal of marriage, which Jim again refused. Rebuffed, Shanghai Lil ordered him taken away. Left alone, the Batwoman broke down, revealing that she was really in love with Jungle Jim. The thrilling adventures of Jungle Jim are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And now we continue the story. At their hideout, where they had been anxiously awaiting Jungle Jim's signal, Kolo and Lynn Chalmers prepared to surprise Mamba, who is coming near to the shore in his canoe.
Come, Missy. Me fix him.
What are you going to do, Kolo?
Better me kill bad native boy.
Oh, no.
Yes, see, Missy. Bad native boy shoot you.
Yes, but he
Can
might...
catch him your father prisoner.
Yes, I know, Kolo, but he might...
Kolo know what do. Better me kill him. No kill him. Him kill Missy. Kolo.
But don't you see, Kolo? If you kill Mamba, how will we know what has happened to Dad?
Oh, Kolo see.
If we don't kill him, he can guide us to Dad when we see Jim's signal.
Missy right. Kolo wrong. Better catch him bad native boy prisoner.
I'm glad you agree with me. Now, how shall we capture him?
Come with Kolo, Missy. You see, we go down to shore.
Yes, Kolo.
Native boy, him have ceremony before him pull canoe on shore. Then you take gun. Tell him, come to our hideout, Missy.
But what if he starts after me to get the gun?
All right. Kolo watch. Kolo fall on him from tree.
I see. You want me to decoy him.
What name something?
I mean, you want me to attract his attention.
Oh, yesy, Missy.
He's blowing that shell again.
Yesy, Missy. Him blow to let spirit know him come to shore. Soon you hear him make mumbo jumbo.
And when he's finished, I'm to cover him with my gun and order him to the hideout.
Yesy, Missy. When he leave shore and start in brush, you stand in front him. Kolo, me get behind him.
Mamba is a big, powerful native. I certainly hope you will be behind him when I hold him up.
Yesy, Missy. No be afraid. Look, Missy. Native boy, come to shore. When him finish mumbo jumbo, me catch him prisoner. You stay here. I climb tree and jump down on him.
Wagam kushi wagam biglua, koya kari agana buku yoba, wari tata kamkari kere kari mwata, wari po karabuna saramwa, wari badari loma.
Stand right where you are, Mamba.
Missy.
Surprised to see me, aren't you? You should be after trying to kill me.
Missy, come with Mamba.
Keep back, Mamba. Keep away from me, do you hear? Don't you touch me. Kolo!
Oh, Mamba, you kill Missy. You try to kill me. I tell you, you take prisoner Missy, Kolo, fix him, Missy.
Good.
Now, me tie him up and drag to hideout.
While Lynn and Kolo have been capturing Mamba, Jungle Jim and the Reverend Chalmers have been placed in another dungeon.
And I tell you, Jim, I'll die before I perform this ceremony.
We'll see that isn't necessary, Reverend Chalmers. Something may turn up.
Oh, it's a funny thing that Lynn and your native boy didn't see our smoke.
Yes.
If they'd been watching as closely as you thought, Jim, they must have seen it for the minute or two we had it rising.
I can't understand it, Reverend.
Jim, are you sure that you can trust that native?
Kolu?
Yes.
Why, I'd trust him anywhere, anytime, and with anything, Reverend. He's Class A, 14 carat.
Good.
The fact that I'm alive and talking to you right now is due to him many, many times over.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, Jim. Because, well, it makes me feel better.
About Lynn?
Yes.
Reverend, if anything should happen to Lynn, it'll only be because Kolu isn't alive to protect her any longer.
Yes, but how do you explain the fact that they haven't answered our signal?
You've got me there, sir. I just can't try to explain it.
Something must have happened to both of them. They may have been captured.
Kolu would be too clever to let Lynn and himself be captured.
Jim, you think it's likely that some wild animals may have caught them while they slept?
Reverend, sit down.
Oh,
There's no use trying to imagine what's happened to them. We'll never know until we see them again.
I suppose you're right, Jim. Doesn't do any good trying to piece the puzzle together when you haven't got all the pieces.
And that's right, sir. There's their ladyship,
What?
sitting on the veranda up at the big house. Darn decent of Shanghai Lil to put us where we can at least see what's going on.
Sitting on the veranda, you say?
Yes, I can just see her out of this window.
You know, Jim, Solomon has described Shanghai Lil here in the Proverbs, where he says, "For she sitteth at the door of her house. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. Her guests are in the depths of hell."
That certainly fits Shanghai Lil, Reverend. She treats her guests just like Solomon says. Don't we know?
Jim, you really think she'll try to go through with this impossible marriage?
All I know is what she told me. She said she'd give me one more chance to accept her proposal of my own free will. And when I told her I wasn't interested, she said she'd go through with her original plan.
I see. She wants to marry you in order to control the natives, does she?
That's what I gathered. Said they like me and fear her. Together we could control them all.
Together you could control them all. Are those her exact words?
Yes, as near as I can remember them.
Then you don't see what that means, Jim.
Well, yes. Together we could control them all.
No, man. It means that Lily DeVril hasn't as much power as we thought. She practically admitted that when she asked you to join her.
By golly, Reverend, you've struck on something there.
If we could only find out just how much control she has.
Well, she has everybody around here under her thumb. We can be sure of that.
Can we?
What are you hinting at, Reverend?
Chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
You think there might be a disgruntled member among her followers?
I repeat, Jim, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And we've got to find that weakest link.
Having failed to gain the consent of Jungle Jim to willingly become her husband, Shanghai Lil sends for the Reverend Chalmers.
Ah, the Reverend. Come in, Dr. Chalmers.
Well, and what do you want with me, Lily DeVril?
Well, I shouldn't call that a very cordial greeting, Reverend.
I am not here of my own free will. Why should you expect cordiality?
Oh, I know you haven't liked me, Reverend. I know you think me a bad woman.
Well, what more is there to be said? You'll excuse me. I'll go back to Jungle Jim.
Oh, no, you won't. I want to talk to you. All right, Walyo, wait outside. Reverend, I have a confession to make to you.
It should be a full one. These things doth the Lord hate: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, and he that soweth discord among the brethren.
And you think I'm guilty of the whole thicket, don't you?
Arrogancy and the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate.
Very neatly put, Reverend. So I have a froward mouth, have I? Usually men tell me it's beautiful.
The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked.
Oh, you're prejudiced, my dear Dr. Chalmers. Jungle Jim may hate me, but at least he can appreciate the fact that I'm attractive.
Solomon has described you, Lily DeVril, without seeing you, where he says, "As a jewel of gold..."
Ah, the jewel of gold. That's better.
Let me finish. "As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion."
Oh, you would have to spoil it. But that's where you're wrong. I have discretion. That was my confession, Reverend. At last, I've found the man I can truly love. It's Jim. I'm terribly in love with him.
For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil.
You don't believe me, do you? Well, I can prove it to you. I want to marry Jungle Jim.
Yes, I know, he told me.
You suppose I'd want to marry him if I didn't love him?
It's not improbable.
So you, too, think I have an ulterior motive.
The wicked work is a deceitful work.
Enough of your smug quotations. Can't you say something of your own?
Yes, Lily DeVril, but I couldn't express my thoughts half so well. Solomon was the wisest of the ancients, and who am I to improve on his words?
Well, here's a question that Solomon can't help you to answer. Will you perform the marriage ceremony for Jim and me?
No, never.
Don't be too hasty, Reverend. You haven't heard all I have to say. If you'll marry us, I'll set you free. Now what you say?
Just this, Lily DeVril. There is nothing in this world that could make me join you two together.
No? Well, we'll see about that. Milo, take the parson back to his cell. All right, Reverend. You've sung your little song. But you'll change your tune before I get through with you.
I have strength. God overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness.
Take him away, Walio. I'm sick of his preaching.
Come, Mrs. One, come with Walio.
I shall be delighted, Walio. I'm greatly in need of fresh air.
Oh, my God. Look who's here. My friend, the Padre. How are you today, Padre?
Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom, Labar. And he that hearkeneth to counsel is wise.
What the Padre mean, Lily?
Don't pay any attention to him, Labar. He's just overflowing with smart things this morning.
By God, I don't think they're so smart. I know Abel Paul know what he mean.
Well, never mind him. What do you want here?
Oh, me? I came for have talk with you, Lily.
What about?
Lily, I love you.
Don't make me laugh.
I tell you true. Can you not see I love you? For a long time I have loved you. But I say nothing. I think there's plenty time for tell you. But now you say you're going for to marry these young legumes.
That's right, Labar. That's just what I'm going to do.
No, Lily. You cannot do that.
Why not? I'm free, white, and 21.
But I, Jacques Labar, love you. These young legumes, he no love you.
He will.
No, he will not. You are wrong, Lily. Jean Legime, he hates you.
Yes, he hates me now. But he'll change. He'll love me all right. I know how to make him
Do
love
not
me.
be foolish, Lily. Here is Jacques Labar who love you now. Marry with me. I make you happy.
Labar.
Together we rule over these natives. You with Mumbo Jumbo. Me with these powerful arms.
Labar, you're an ignorant fool.
Lily, you no can say that. I have killed for help you get control of these islands.
Well, your usefulness is at an end.
What you mean?
Get out of here.
Lily, what you say?
I said get out of here, you fool.
Wait, you're right. I am one fool for trust devil like you.
If I see you again, Labar, I'll kill you. Now get out.
All right. I go Lily Davril. Lily Davril. Ha! Shanghai Lil. You shall never marry with Jean Legime.
Will Jacques Labar, crazed in his frustration, take his own revenge, or will Lynn and Colo arrive in time to prevent the marriage ceremony? These adventures of Jungle Jim are portrayed in full-color action pictures in the Comic Weekly, the magazine of humor and adventure distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper everywhere. In the Comic Weekly, you will find all the famous characters of the world of color pictures. Among them, the Katzenjammer Kids, Flash Gordon, Barney Google, and many, many others. Don't forget our date next week, the same time, the same station, for a continuation of the adventures of Jungle Jim.